Hello, welcome. I'm Autumn One Love, and today I'm going to share with you a yoga practice for beginner yogis. All right, so what you'll need today is a blanket and a pillow. And we're just going to begin in a comfortable seated position here. So you can go ahead and sit on a blanket or a pillow. This will give your hips a little height and just help your knees to relax and open a little bit further. And placing your palms face down or face up on your knees. And just gently closing the eyes here. And beginning to check in with your body. Hips relaxing into the mat beneath you, spine long. Shoulders relaxing away from the ears, jaw relaxed, forehead relaxed. Let's take a full cleansing breath together with an open mouth exhale. Inhale fully. And open mouth exhale. And then gently beginning to close the mouth and breathing in through your nostrils. Just beginning to breathe naturally here. Just beginning to notice your breath, notice your inhales, notice your exhales. Then from here, begin to place one palm on your belly, one palm on heart. We're going to begin to take full, complete breaths. So on your inhale, begin to focus on sending that breath deep down into the lower belly, feeling that lower belly expand with the breath, and then feeling that breath travel up into the chest, your chest expanding with the breath. And then on your exhale, focus on exhaling all the air from your lower belly first, and then your chest. We're just going to continue that breath. So inhale, feeling your lower belly expand, feeling that breath rise up into the chest. And then on your exhale, from the lower belly and the chest. Let's take two more like that. Inhale into the lower belly. Feeling that breath rise to the chest. And on your exhale, from the lower belly and chest. One last full breath. Inhale into the lower belly and into the chest. And then exhale from the lower belly and the chest. And release your palms to your knees. Just coming back into your natural flow of the breath here. And then we're going to begin to move through some neck circles. Begin to drop one ear to one shoulder. Bring your chin to your chest. And the other ear to the other shoulder. Just sway from side to side like that with your own breath at your own pace. You can keep your eyes closed or gently open. Just really allowing the breath to flow into the neck, massaging away any tension that you may be holding onto in the neck. And take one more full round like that. And then come back into a neutral seated position. We're going to come into extended child's pose now. So you're going to begin to walk yourself over onto all fours. And if your knees trouble you, you can bring your blanket underneath your knees. Bring knees about hip distance apart or greater on your mat. Toes to touch. Send your hips back to meet your heels. If your hips do not rest on your heels, you can place a pillow or a blanket underneath your hips. And just begin to allow your forehead to rest on the mat, reaching palms overhead. And again, if your forehead does not reach the mat, you can place a pillow for your forehead to rest on. We're just going to take a few full deep breaths here. So really allowing that jaw to relax, belly softening towards the mat, shoulders relaxed, hips relaxing towards the heels. On your next inhale, gently rise to all fours for tabletop pose. So you can remove that pillow if you had it. You can keep that blanket underneath your knees for support here. If your wrists trouble you, you can come up onto your fists. We're just going to set up our tabletop here. So spine is straight, shoulders directly stacked over the wrists, hips above the knees, and toes pointed towards the back of the mat. We're going to begin to move through cat-cow. So on your inhale, begin to drop the belly, gaze up towards the sky, opening up the chest, coming into a cow pose. Breathing here, so really pulling those shoulders away from the ears, tailbone lifted towards the sky. And then we'll make our way into cat. Begin to arch the back, gaze towards the belly. Breathing here, really pushing down into the balls of the fingertips, breathing into the back of the back. And we'll begin to move with our breath here. So inhale, come into that cow, dropping the belly, gaze up. And on your exhale, round the spine, gaze to your navel. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, gaze to navel. One more time like that. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, gaze to navel. Your inhale, find a flat back. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So gently begin to tuck the toes. Push into the palms of the hands, sending your hips high towards the sky, dropping the head, and breathing here. So your feet can be about hip distance apart, or you can walk those feet a little greater, about mat distance apart. Taking a wider stance here. This will help with support and stability. Just breathing here. So imagining you're creating a V with your body, and the base of your tailbone is the point of that pyramid. You're keeping the toes pointed towards the front of the mat, spine straight, shoulders drawing in towards the shoulder sockets. Head is heavy. Really pushing into the balls of the fingertips, being light on the wrist. Take one more full deep breath here. And from there, gently begin to lower down onto your knees. You can shake out the wrist here. Just giving your wrist a little break. Then we're going to come into a modified sun salutation. So you're going to tuck those toes, send the hips high. Downward facing dog. From here, on your inhale, gently shift your weight into a high plank and lower down onto your knees. Inhale, find a cow pose, drop the belly, gaze up. On your exhale, send the hips back to meet the heels, child's pose, sending that forehead to rest on the mat. Your inhale, find a flat back tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. And that's our flow here. So inhale shifts you into a high plank, lower down onto the knees. Finding cow pose, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. One more time like that. Inhale, shift into a high plank. Exhale, lower down onto your knees, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog, tuck the toes, send the hips high. And just hang out here in your downward facing dog. Take a full breath. From there, gently walk the palms back to meet the heels. Taking a forward fold here. So allowing your head to hang heavy, bending the knees as much as needed. And you can bring your pillow underneath the palms of your hands to rest on. Maybe shaking the head yes to no, bouncing the knees up and down. From here, we're going to find a flat back. So on your inhale, bring those palms to your shins. Breathe and hold here. Spine is straight. Shoulders drawing away from the ears. Gentle tuck in the chin. Inhale here. And then exhale, forward fold. Bow the head. Palms towards the mat. Two more like that. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. This time on your inhale, gently roll up one vertebrae at a time to stand. Really taking your time on the way up. Head is last to come up. And on your inhale, shoulders drop up and down the back. Palms face out towards the front of the room. And bring palms to heart center. And we're going to remove that blanket if you have it on your mat. We're just going to come into a warrior two stance. Set that right foot back behind you. Spin that back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Begin to bend into the front knee. And reach those palms towards the front and the back of the mat. And breathing here. So you can widen your stance here by walking that left foot out towards the left. If you need more support and stability. Another option is to move to a wall for support. And breathing here. So really pushing down into the back heel of the foot. Torso is opening up towards the right. Shoulders relaxed. We're going to take this into a triangle. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach long through the front fingertips. And exhale, hinge at the front hips. Placing that bottom palm on your bottom shin. Back palm reaching towards the sky. And breathing here. So we're stacking the shoulders as much as you can. Again, you can come to a wall for support. And your next inhale, gently rise to stand. And then gently step that right foot to meet the left at the top of your mat, or you can just kind of hop that back foot up. And then we're going to come to the second side. So I'm going to switch around here. So begin to step that left foot back behind you, coming into a warrior two. Spinning the back heel down at a 45-degree angle. On your inhale, palms extending out long. And just settling into your warrior two here. Again, you can widen that stance by walking that right foot out towards the right if need be, or coming to a wall for support. And you may just keep your palms at your hips to begin with. Just getting the lower body, the alignment in the lower body correct, and strengthening those thighs. And breathing here. We'll come into triangle pose. Begin to straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach long through the front fingertips. Exhale, hinge at the front hips. Coming into triangle pose. Bottom palm resting gently on that front shin. Back palm reaching towards the sky. You can keep that left palm resting on your hip as well for support. And gaze to the mat, sidewall, or to the ceiling. Your next inhale, gently rise to stand. And gently step that left foot to meet the right at the top of your mat. From here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. So go ahead and gently lower down onto your back, your hips here. And from here, just gently lower down to rest fully on your back. We're going to find a bridge pose to walk those feet in towards the glutes. Feet about hip distance apart, palms alongside the body. On your in-breath, begin to push into the heels of your feet, lifting your lower back up off of the mat. Breathing here. So really pushing into the heels of the feet and into the shoulders. Keeping those inner thighs engaged. Take one more full deep breath here. From there, gently release those hips towards the mat. From here, hug the knees in towards the chest. We'll take this into a gentle twist, send the knees towards the left, gaze to the right. Breathing here. You can also rest a pillow underneath your knees for support here. On your next inhale, hug the knees back in towards the chest. Second side, send the knees towards the right, gaze to the left. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, hug the knees back in towards the chest. We'll take happy baby pose. So you're going to flip the soles of the feet towards the sky, keeping those knees bent and grabbing your inner thighs or the soles of your feet, if you can reach the soles of your feet. And just breathing here like a happy baby, just swaying from side to side on your lower back, maybe extending one leg long and the other. And then when you're ready, releasing into final Shavasana, final relaxation pose. So we do this at the end of every yoga practice. And this is a time of just complete surrender. Completely surrendering to the here and now. Completely surrendering to your breath. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, except to just be here now in final Shavasana. And it's recommended to at least spend about 5 minutes here. So you can stay here as long as you'd like. And then when you're ready, just begin to roll over onto one side. Push yourself up, finding a comfortable seat. And we'll just close practice by bringing palms at heart center. And saying namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.